Hello, hello, my lovely and wonderful punks. I hope you've all had a fantastic weekend. I hope you're all doing well. Um, Sorry I'm a little bit late, but apparently Twitch is having, well, I would say Twitch is having an issue. Twitch is causing an issue where it's forcing bots to be logged out and disconnected and stuff like that. So I had to fiddle around with some stuff with Firebot to get it going again. But it should be fine now. I think everything should work how it's supposed to work. We're going to be playing the Thaumaturge again today because I thought it was pretty fun. I had a really good time last time. And we'll probably just keep going with the Thaumaturge until either we beat it or until one of the like 20 games that I want to play that's coming out this year comes out. Although I think the only one that's coming out in January is the expansion for Darkest Dungeon, which I might play in my own time, so we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, for now we'll go ahead and pop over here.
Happy Snowden Skunkery.
Happy Snowden Skunkery. Thank you for the 30 months, Moselle. That's crazy. They had a guy on an ATV and like a itty bitty plow that could fit on an ATV plowing our parking lot like half an hour before I started streaming, and it was the most worthless waste of time. They didn't even get everywhere because they couldn't get up to where the cars were. And so they just basically packed a bunch of snow behind the cars, which isn't going to make it any easier for people to get in and out. And it's snowing again, so already the areas that they did plow are starting to reaccumulate. So I don't know why they bothered. What's skunk that's most punk? That's me. Or am I the punk that's most skunk? I'm definitely the skunk that's most punk. I don't think I'm the punk that's most skunk. And also, last time when we raided into another channel, we got 2 follows. So it's Noel now and Pneumonia. Thank you for the follows. As followers, you're official punks, which means you're official badasses. Thank you very much. Specs, you were first. Congrats, and thank you for the care package. All right. Maximums. I was about to be like, oh, I think my computer can handle the live 2D model. But I guess we're returning to full skunk for this one. Which screen is that on? Is that on here? Yeah, it's over here. All right, hold on. Let me become invisible. Let me go. And any second now. Computer's trying to do 2 things at once. Mind your words and gestures. Never know who in the crowd might be an Okrana informer or an agent in disguise. An Oklahoma agent. There we go. Maximum skunk has been achieved. Now I'm the most skunk punk? Ah, correct. Alright. Give it a little bit more time to load in. There we go. Okay, so where we left off last time is that a bunch of Russian agents were like we're appointing a new governor, and he is big asshole man's And if you say anything about Poland not being part of Russia, we'll either arrest you or we'll kill you. And I decided that my version of Victor ain't gonna stand for that shit. So I attacked them with demon ghosts, and then I got thrown in jail. Hooray! But they let me out because I'm like the son of a minor noble or something. Note: when recruiting for the gendarme, it is recommended to reject the following candidates immediately: persons related to rebels and troublemakers, Jews, and thaumaturges. Any deviation from these instructions must be very well argued. Also, reminder: this game is taking place in 1910. And there will be some anti-Semitism and racism and such here and there. Stanislaus obituary. Stanislaus Sulski. Widely respected citizen, thaumaturge, philanthropist, entrepreneur, father, and husband, died suddenly on August 31st at the age of 64. A service for the repose of his soul will be held at St. Charles Borromeo Church on Saturday, September 7th at 11, to which his daughter would like to invite all relatives, friends, and acquaintances. They saw us through. That's a door to leave. Orders. During the time of our gracious Tsar of all Russia's visit to Warsaw, it is necessary to enhance the sense of security. Therefore, I ordain that the number of patrols must be doubled. All station chiefs are required to comply with the order immediately. Illegible signature. Oh, illegible signature. You're such an asshole. It's a locked door. Let's see what's on this board over here. Wanted list. 1002, Maria Brakawa, 54 years old, residing in Warsaw, Old Praga, accused of complicity in stealing 2,000 rubles worth of Dutch pomade. Wanted. Description: short in stature, black hair, small hazel eyes, 3 scars on right leg. Warsaw, August 3rd, 1905. 1003. I have no idea. Jefazuk Mizorius, serving time in prison on Zielna Street, escaped from the hospital on Pokorna Street, where he was treated on August 2nd, 1905. Description: tall in stature, frail, small round face, dark hair, small black eyes, small flat nose, 19 years old. 1004. Nudorf Isaac, 18 years old, son of Lejbus, formerly residing in Minsk, Mazowiecki on Luxia Street. Man, they're really hammering it with me. Accused of stealing fowl, then fled in an unascertained direction. Minsk, Mazowiecki, August 14th, 1905. Wanted notice: to all police station chiefs of Warsaw, beware of Abiersi Niedzik, leader of the Shivs gang, recently seen near Wierzboa Street. We've seen this one before. It's the guy with the dark circles under his eyes. If he's the one I know, the reward won't make a difference. Interesting. And we leveled up. Perfect efficiency. Makes every attack on the enemy deal maximum possible damage. So we can do that. We can't... Whoopsie. It's right click. That's right. We can't upgrade our words or our mind any further. The skill additionally casts the state on a random enemy. Casts suffering. Okay, so I cast like 2 instances of suffering. Sure. And I think... yeah. We'll put this on there. Can I put both? No. Don't know how we put multiple on yet. It makes it seem like we should be able to put on multiple, but I'm not sure how. Go to your father's funeral at Pulaski Cemetery. Alright. Let's blow this popsicle stand. Hi, Theo. Hi, Sammy. The Shivs gang. Clearly this man is Russian because there's no fucking subtlety. Hell yeah. We are very zoomed in. We've got another locked building here. Can't head that way. Too much fog. Alright, head up this way. Snap. Snippity snap. Propaganda brochure. The sewers of the city of Warsaw was a tool used by Judaism and charlatans to destroy Polish agriculture and exterminate the Slavic population living by the Vistula River. Sure. The complete harmlessness of cloacal waste to humans is evidenced by the booming health of the workers, specifically those engaged in cleaning the laboratories and the suburban farmers who mostly rely on human fertilizers, even during the spread of epidemic diseases. So what cause is there for the existence of these disease-carrying microbes? They're probably dreamed up in the empty heads of tabloid writers or the perverse brains of the ill-willed. Amidst the manure and hay, among the cattle and simpletons, the eternal wisdom has descended upon mankind. A mankind corrupted by theories and doctrines of pure reason, by the devices and constructs of capitalism, by the skullduggery and extravagance of the Jews. And it used supernatural science to guide the monarchs and the wise men to become the future savior of the world in a poor thatch in Bethlehem. Jesus Christ. You spoke to me earlier, did I forget? Probably. I do have a habit of forgetting. Hi, Thomas. Welcome in. How are you? Another locked door. Whoop, we're rotating. Rotato. Another locked door. Okay. Let's look. Locked, 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 locked. Okay, all these places are going to be locked. Actually, the Imperial Hotel is not locked. We have a carriage and a couple of tram stops. The Vienna station. Okay, that's where we arrived. Okay, and I need to get to the Pulaski Cemetery, so I probably need to take a carriage. Building rails. Oh, before I hire you, good sir. Ball card. Carnival ball at the public casino. Before midnight. The Polonaise. Dorozanski. Waltz. Frankiewicz. The quadrille. Robzanski. The mazurka. Gajuski. After midnight. The cotillion. Popiliek. The Lancers, Sosniki, the Polka Franc, Maj, and the White Marzuka, Rakzik. I have no idea what any of that means. Alright, cemetery time. Let's go. How could I forget you? It's not that I forgot you, it's that I forgot myself. Yeah, the snow is immediately coming down super hard again. There was no point in them plowing. Oh. Okay, the game is a little laggier with with the thing open, but I think it should be fine. We just have to give it like a minute to load in all the textures. What is that? A middle finger, a heart getting stabbed, a penis. I'm not sure. Oh my gosh. That's people. What the fuck is this? A parking job like this should get you sent to Siberia. Dang, I was hoping I could get some emotional residue off the chalk drawing. Obituary notice. The late Franziek Hilmatel went to be with the Lord following brief yet painful agony, having received the sacraments on August 18th, 1905 at the age of 65. The bereaved family is asking all relatives and friends to join them at the funeral service held at St. Anna's Church on Krakowski Przydmieski on August 25th at 11, followed by a transfer of the body to the family tomb at Pawlowski Cemetery. I'm not stinky. I took a shower right before stream. Everything's either a penis or reminds you of your mother. This is Freud. Parish announcements. Saturday, 7 a.m. Votive service in honor of Our Lady of the Rosary for the intention of the brothers and sisters of the Confraternity of the Holy Rosary. 9 a.m. Holy Mass, which will be followed by the recitation of the Litany of Loretto with a prayer for the conversion of sinners. So you have to cut off a thaumaturge's head for them to die. Neat. Stanislaw's obituary. Stanislaw Sulski, which is our dad. Widely respected citizen, thaumaturge, philanthropist, entrepreneur, father, and husband. Oh, we already read this one. It was somewhere else. For the funeral? You're extremely late, sir. Yeah, I was busy being in jail. Oh, they brought the plow back. I don't know where they think they're going to plow things. I don't know what they hope to achieve. Tomb. Rest in peace, Maria Wisnowska, Polish stage artist. December 23rd, 1861 to July 1st, 1890. To my beloved daughter, a woeful mother. White rose on the grave, so it's true what they say about a tragic love story. Alright, we're supposed to go that way, but we're going to read some more graves. Here lies John Schmelk. Schmelek? Our dear friend. In 1891 he met his end. What he is now lies deep inside what he was, never you mind. Perfect epitaph. Spooky music. Didn't she have a brother? Oh. Do I got a sister up here? Mr. Slutsky, could I have a quick word? Sure. Hello.
I'm sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat, Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences.
Thank you.
Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Shulsky took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
Ooh, interesting. I don't know the cause of death. Ask why he's interested, or quip that my father didn't have a heart. Feed my pride. Hi, Inglonius. Oh, you're sick? I'm sorry. Just some mild congestion and a scratch in your throat. I recommend a hot beverage. Sir, I appreciate your dedication to your craft, but you are not achieving anything by plowing while it's snowing. Come back later. People die when they killed? Yeah, it's true. I'm going to ask why he's interested before I decide to be an asshole.
Why are you so interested in my father's cause of death?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
Interesting. Why'd you run off? Plowing while it's snowing makes it easier for people who are driving while it's snowing. Uh, here's the thing. If they were plowing the streets, like, I completely get plowing the streets right now. If they had a truck and they were plowing the streets, or, you know, they were actually a plow truck. But they have an ATV with, like, a, I don't know, 4-foot plow, and they're trying to plow the parking lot, and it's just it's not working. They're clearing off a little bit of the snow, but they are not doing very much. Ronan.
I think I ought to arrest you, Thaumaturge.
What for, sir? Put your hands up.
I haven't done anything, officer. What's the problem?
I barely recognize you either. You still haven't figured out who I am? Don't be surprised. The last time we saw one another was 20 kilos ago.
Uncle Veronian?
I will not keep you. The guy's probably all alone back there, among those vultures circling Stasio. I'm sure she'll be glad to see you. Go on. We'll talk later.
So when he said the last time we saw was 20 kilos ago, did he mean 20 kilometers? 20 kilograms? Like he's put on weight? I'm not sure what he meant by that. It's a rando doing a hack job. I mean, I think they're probably either the neighbor trying their best to be helpful, or there's somebody that our landlord's hired for the job. Either way, yeah, they're not doing a great job. They're trying, but they really would be better off not doing anything. He gained 20 pounds is the implication. Okay, or 20 kilograms. Okay, I kind of, that's where I was leaning, but I wasn't entirely certain what they were trying to get at.
Sister?
Victor,
Hey, Legia, I'm back.
I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad to. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but for now I don't have time to think things through calmly. Look at yourself. What happened?
I fought the Ruskies. And I'm going to admit I was in jail. I'm proud.
I took a short trip to a Warsaw jail.
What? Are you joking? During the funeral? Are you alright?
Everything's fine, don't worry. Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
It skipped a whole sentence there. Shit. And it's already passed on the stream. Did anyone catch what that line was? I think it was something about uncle. Put that off till later. Say your goodbyes to your father. We'll say our goodbyes. They don't have to be polite goodbyes. We can say goodbye.
Let's get this over with. So, it was me who got it right in the end.
Hell
Back
yeah.
then, on the train platform,
Hi again, Thomas.
was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago.
Read the obituary aloud. Might as well.
After brief suffering, fell asleep in the Lord. Brief? I hope not. Did you write this yourself? A tyrant, bigot, and liar, mistakenly absorbed, died after suffering, all too briefly. That's better. Definitely closer to the truth.
Say goodbye sincerely. Mention the dream you had after Rasputin hypnotized you. Let's mention the dream. Why not?
The day you died, you visited me in my dreams. I was a child when you hounded me out of here, and I remember you as you were back then. But in my dream you looked older. You gave me hell as usual. You didn't believe I'd succeed. You were wrong. I've come back with 2 saluters.
Yeah, get fucked, Dad. I've got 2 brain demons.
Farewell, Father.
I appreciate that we still have the sores from fighting in the street. Say he interrupted your moment of personal reflection. Ask how long he's been eavesdropping. Find out what he wants. Yeah, this seems like a good moment to be proud.
I was reflecting at the grave of my beloved father.
You tricked me. I heard something else. Stanisław and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Victor Szulski, isn't it? Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope.
Point out it's none of his business. Say you don't intend to stay long. Admit it, you haven't made up your mind yet. I don't know who this guy is. Let's keep being an asshole. Where does this game take place? 1910s Poland. The earlier part was in a far off village somewhere. Right now we are specifically in Warsaw.
With all due respect, this is my personal business. It was my father who knew you, not me.
True. Please forgive me. I meant no harm.
What's going on with your face, sir?
My condolences.
I didn't catch your name.
My name's Konieczkin. Ivan Konieczkin. Goodbye.
Ivan Konieczkin. That's not a name I know historically.
Such interesting friends you had. I guess I'm more tired than I thought.
Suspicious. Tombstone. Josefina Szulska, nie Hohenlohe. I assume nie is like
Great-grandmother Josefina, a thaumaturge.
Maiden name. Tombstone. Nikodem Szulski.
Grandpa Nikodem, a thaumaturge. I barely remember him.
Alright, so Thaumaturgy is the family business, which means we're going to be particularly easy to target if anyone knows where Szulski and wants to kill Thaumaturges. Okay. Alexander Voronin. Uncle Shasa is our mother, Nadia's brother. Always kind and good-natured. He watched us grow up. I'm not very close with his son Pitya, even though we're of similar age. Mordecai Shezhet. He introduced himself as an acquaintance of the deceased and asked me a number of odd questions. Well, he asked me one question, and then I was like, why are you asking? And he was like, never mind. Ivan Konieczkin. That's all we got to know. I was too proud. I didn't get to learn more about Ivan. But we gotta feed that pride. I hope this is a game that appreciates you sometimes taking the proud option. I don't like games where the game's like you need to either always do the humble thing or always do the proud thing, or like you always have to pick the good guy option or the bad guy option. It's nice when a game is capable of having subtlety between encounters, or having moments where a character feels more one way or another. Tomb, Graf Friedrich Karl Nesselrode, 1786 to 1868. Thaumaturge Mary Muckenhoff, Ruth Beihim, 1822 to 1874. Kerligris. Well, they're having a little bit of an impact out there. They're trying their best. Honestly, I think it would be better if it was, instead of it was being one guy with an ATV and a plow, it was two guys with shovels. Go to your family home in northern Shrodgimieski. Gotta go see what that will has to say.
The hardest thing was getting rid of the yarn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Love at a funeral. Eros post-mortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors?
We are siblings, ma'am.
Konstantia Shabowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
Hyena.
Hyena.
Thank you. And you, sir?
Ask if Lygia, if you ought to intervene, don't cause problems for her. Chase the hyena away. Explain that you're Lygia's brother. As much as I want to take the proud answer here, I don't want the press to post bad things about my sister. I'm gonna say I'm her brother.
We're twins, my dear lady.
The Shulskis reunited. You don't look like a horrid cripple. Why did you leave Warsaw so quickly?
Don't tell her anything. She'll write whatever she wants anyway. And we'd better get going.
Okay, now that she can't be like, my sister was fraternizing, we can just chase her off.
I suggest you leave. Otherwise, I'll overlook your womanhood and make sure you can never pronounce a single syllable correctly again.
Damn, Victor, I didn't expect it to be that.
Maybe I should write about this.
And who would let you print it?
Someday the press will get the Russian boot off its neck, Judge.
I'm afraid none of us will live to see the day, my dear. Come on, children. I'm sure my Petya is already waiting
Okay,
for
so
us.
she probably could have been an ally,
I'd love to
but
see my cousin.
get fucked.
Are you coming with us?
Tabloid. I am all for the free press, but fuck tabloids. Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
Trying to decide if Uncle is supposed to be drunk. He kind of sounds like he's drunk, but that might just be the accent they're going for. Okay. Don't pay you enough? I don't pay you at all, good sir.
Your guests have arrived. The lawyer's upstairs too, waiting. A trifle jittery. Wonder if the tea I made him was too strong.
Thank you, Grażyna, dear. Let the guests wait. First, I want to take care of the will.
I'll just wet my whistle and join you all upstairs.
Okay, yes, he is drunk.
Make sure Uncle makes it upstairs sober. And I'll suggest you don't dawdle either.
Honestly, the maid,
Master
pretty
Victor,
cute for an older
God,
lady.
have your face covered, but I could tell right away it was you. You looked just like your father in his youth. Completely his spitting image.
Thanks,
Should I
Grazia.
make you some cocoa, Master? It
Cocoa?
will warm you up a little.
Yes, 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 yes. No, I can't ask for Coco. 0 out of 10. Game unplayable. Refund, please. Well, make Coco for Lygia.
Make an extra creamy one for Lygia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her. Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this, but she's really having a hard time. It's lovely to see you again. But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
I like Graznia. Graznia's nice. Maybe because I said make Lygia an extra creamy one, she'll also make me a Coco. We can only hope. The Mermaid City's son. Oh, we've got a lot of extended family here. Apparently Victor Shulski's back home, yeah. I'm right here. Father's portrait. The portrait depicts father in his twilight years. The serious expression on his face, the proud posture, and the grimoire in his hands, combined with the dark background and lack of embellishments. It all reflects the strictness and pragmatism he always had. Good old Stanislaw. However, a faint red streak can be seen around his figure. Apparently artists are particularly sensitive to seeing things that usually escape the human eye. This one should be receiving double annulment for capturing the thaumaturgic aura. Warsaw Courier Evening Extra. Here's the latest on the riots that disrupted His Majesty Emperor Nikolai II's speech today, a moment after our gracious Emperor announced Georgy Skowlin as the new Governor General of Warsaw. A group of troublemakers started yelling the most disgraceful slogans. Despite reinforced security, there was a scuffle. The gendarmes were quick to get the situation under control, however. A few people were injured, including 2 policemen who came to help. 30 people charged with public nuisance and brawling were taken into custody. Big house, sizable company, all being left to the twins. In the year, it'll be gone. The boy apparently a basket case, and the miss is, well, a miss.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already failed to recognize someone once today, but you look familiar.
Well, I should think so. I was the victim of one of your starling hunts. Voronins must not be very memorable, cousin.
Petya! Forgive me, and for shooting you as well. How are you doing?
Just some heart problems, not a subject for today. I'm sorry about Uncle Stanislav. Forgive me for not coming to the funeral. I can't bear cemeteries.
We'll have to meet up again.
Goodbye.
Short. Okay, so that's Pitya. He looks a little scummy. I don't know if he is scummy, but he looks a little scummy. I like this method of going through a house. This looks good. 365 dinner recipes for 5 zlotys by Lucinia C. Capon or pullet with sausages. Alright everyone, we've got a recipe to try. Clean and pluck the capon while warm. Burn off the remaining feathers and knots over fire. Slice off the giblets and add them to a broth. Rinse, salt throughout, and roast on a spit while coating with butter. When finished roasting, put a large spoonful of sausage butter inside. Sprinkle the top with breadcrumbs, douse in liquid butter, and fry in a pan. If you don't have sausages, a piece of butter with pepper will do. You can also put the sausage butter in the capon once it's on the platter. So, butter it, then put butter in it, then butter it. And if you don't have one type of butter, put a different kind of butter in it. You're not wrong, dinner recipe book. If you add enough butter, anything will taste good. I don't know what a capon is, though. A pullet is a type of chicken, but I don't know what a capon is. Maybe a goose. noticed something, but pointing it out could either be an important plot point or a plot hole accidentally missed a detail. Should probably hold off in case it's actually the former. No, go ahead and say what you spotted, Theo. I don't mind at all. Oh, Yarny! Hi, Yarny. Thomas, if you're still around, could you shout out Yarny for us? Yarny's absolutely adorable and wonderful and a great streamer. How you doing, Yarny? But yeah, Theo, go ahead. They did open this game by saying it is an alternative history. So things may be different than what actually historically happened. That said, this game was made for Polish. The developers are Polish. The game was originally written completely in Polish. If I'm missing historical context, it could be important that I know it so that I understand what the game is trying to say. We did meet Rasputin, though, and he did wizard shit to our brains, so, like, there's going to be some amount of historical inaccuracy. How goes? It goes great. Oh, you know, actually, it is... Moiselle's maximum skunk time is up, so it's time to go whoop, whoop, back to being full-bodied. The uncle uses metric, which wasn't adopted in real life by Poland until the 1920s, or Russia until 1925. Summoning demons? Well, I guess it worked. Hell yeah. Yarny, are you gonna fight the Ruskies on my behalf? Oh, did I level up again? Man, I level up like crazy in the early game. Ah. We'll just add you to the list of demons. Okay, we start getting to a point where things cost multiple level ups. Okay. Oh. Perfect efficiency. The game takes place in 1905, 10 years after the creation of metric in France. Okay. So our uncle is well-traveled. Oh, we're going blob mode? Okay. No rest for the skunk. Change model. Squish. Yeah, I know how my tools work. Wop, wop, wop. Blob. Blob, 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 blob. Blob. This concludes today's history section. Blorb. I am Blorbical. Graznia's liquor recipe. Quince liquor with amber. Pour a pot of ripe, dully picked quince fruits into a 4-gallon demijohn and pour in a light cooled syrup with 6 pounds of sugar and 2 gallons of water. Damn. Add 10 pieces.
Good girl. Who's a good girl? You are. Yes, you are.
The blob is more historically accurate. Wow. Thank you for the care package, Tea of Age. Add 10 pieces of amber. Stir perfectly. Add half a gallon of your best spirit. Seal and place in a moderately warm place out of the sun for 10 days, stirring several times per day, shaking the demijohn. After 10 to 12 days, when the clumps have sunk and the liquid is completely clear, pour into bottles, cork tightly, and keep in a cool, dry cellar. All right, Veronin. Quit drinking.
I'm glad you're here. I thought I'd have to drink alone.
So many goodies laid out for the guests. Having trouble picking something for yourself, Judge?
But this was Stashio's. It was special. Amber liqueur with quinces.
I think you mean quince liqueur with amber, right? If it's not here, I'm sure it's in the basement. But I won't grope around down there in the dark now. I've got my hands full.
Speaking of groping, I mean...
I
I
don't
mean...
want to trouble you either. Victor, could you track down a little bottle for your uncle?
I suppose I'm obligated to accept this mission.
Good lad. A nephew like you is a treasure.
Well, alright. be hilarious if we fought some giant basement rats. Bust of Marana. The stern countenance resembles that of a human, but the calloused gaze shows no trace of human emotions. The Queen of Winter scrutinizes you, sending a shiver down your spine. Makes you think about it makes you think of the words. If you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back at you. Clickety click click clickety click click. All right, well, let's go get Uncle some booze. Even though we told our sister we would stop him. Mother's portrait. A portrait of Mother from her youth. She stands proud, wearing a white dress and a silk scarf thrown over her exposed shoulders. Her long, dark hair flows down her back, and she glances at the viewer with a piercing smile. Bare skin and a frivolous hairstyle, that's not how I remembered her. Nadia as a young, unkempt maiden, it's hard to believe. This shocking vision of the painter must have been created in a previous era. A time when hearts were stirred with violent emotions, poems were created to the sound of a storm, love stories had to end tragically, etc., etc. Father actually commissioned such a painting? Listen, Father was horny. And this is about as good as you could do. Hello. We got some memories down here. Ah, quince liqueur with amber. Small bottle of quince liqueur with amber, beverage for the true connoisseurs. The bottle exudes the sweet aroma of a quince and the sincere joy of an upcoming meeting. It is a beverage that brings people together and sweetens the bitterness of everyday life. An element of a ritual that two old friends would eagerly indulge in. Trace Sarton, Veronin. What is quince? It is a type of fruit. Okay. Thank you, Inglonius. I appreciate it. What do we got over here? Sauvignon de Bordeaux. A bottle of white wine from southern France. An expensive beverage, popular among the aristocracy. The wine carries the aroma of peaches, apples, and a certain amount of conviction that a relationship between two people is beginning to take a romantic edge. Beverage enjoyed by the upper crust, given to a man by a woman. The trace is unknown. Pinot Noir from Oregon. A bottle of red wine from the United States. Hard to get. An inability to articulate brought on by great surprise clings to this bottle. It was difficult to mouth even a word of gratitude for the unique gift. Words got stuck in the throat despite the adoration for this particular liqueur. It is a favorite beverage, but an unwelcome gift. Trace Certain, Ligia. So someone got Ligia Pinot Noir from the US, and she was very excited for it, but unhappy to receive it. You know what else is a type of fruit? My mom. Who wants wine from fucking Oregon? I don't know. Tillamook is in Oregon. They make good cheese. They make good ice cream. Maybe there's someone in Oregon that makes good wine. Veronin's bottle. Every bottle found in the Sulski's cellar contains a creditable beverage. Uncle Veronin wouldn't disregard any of them. Interesting. So I could give any of these to Uncle Veronin, although he did specifically ask for the quince. Alright, no more dust. Alright, Uncle. I brought you some booze.
How did it go? Mission accomplished?
Give him a bottle of liqueur, give him a bottle of red wine, give him a bottle of white wine. We'll give him the bottle of liqueur. That's what he asked for.
I think this is the one Uncle wanted.
Yes. This is our little funeral battle. We would meet in Stasha's study after every funeral we went to, and raise a toast to the dead. And recently, we've been seeing one another more and more at such events. More and more. But this time, even he has left me. So, to an easy death, as Stasha and I used to say.
How did he die?
Hasn't Lygia told you?
No.
I haven't even had the chance to ask.
He didn't suffer, but such images in the memory are better saved for later. I'd prefer to remember him as he was alive. What then? Am I drinking alone?
Doesn't California dominate U.S. wine production? Probably. Doesn't mean that other states don't have some form of liquor production. Toast in silence to an easy death. Propose your own toast. I like Uncle, so I'm going to drink to an easy death, even though I hate my dad.
I suppose there's no reason to bear grudges or be angry, is there? Pistachio?
To an easy death.
Familiar faces keep vanishing from my life. Pistachio and my Helena before him. I miss my little darling. I miss them both. Well, obligation fulfilled. Shall we get to the reading of the will?
Ask about Shajat.
At the funeral, there was this sad Jewish fellow, Mordechai Hayat. Do you know him, Uncle?
He worked for Stanisław, but that was a long time ago. I don't know him more than that. So, shall we collect our inheritance?
Yeah, let's go.
Yes, let's find out what my father hasn't left me.
Let's begin if everyone is ready. Would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify. Mr. Shulski's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888. In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen.
Okay, so it's 1903. Yeah, we can be rude to the lawyer.
Excuse me, but could we get to the details?
Victor.
Oh, Lygia
We
didn't
all
like
want
that.
to address more temporal matters, don't we?
In theory...
Would you be so kind?
Of course. Here we are. All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice.
Merrily?
To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander
Brother-in-law?
Voronine, I wish to leave the following. My collection of muskets and 2 revolvers, dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement.
Congratulate them both and say I'll wait in the kitchen. Wait till the end of the ceremony. Ask if Mother is getting anything. Yeah.
Now, Mr. Fedorov, what did my father leave my mother?
Victor, be serious.
Nothing. There is a special item reflecting the absolute lack of any bequest to my former spouse, Nadia Fyodorovna Voronina.
Alright. Lygia's probably not going to like it, but I think I'm going to continue to be an asshole about the reading of the will. So I'm going to congratulate them both and say I'll wait in the kitchen.
I wish you success with your business and your hunting. I'm going to have something to eat before heading off.
Just a moment yet, Mr. Shulsky. Your name is also mentioned here.
A last-minute plot twist.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Viktor Shulsky, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Shulsky used it up until his death, yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Meaning it's disappeared?
Interesting. Ooh, cutscene.
Did Father have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
Oregon's the 5th highest producer of wine, but produces less than 2% of what California does. So it's rare then. Not only are they getting wine from America, which has to be, a bit more difficult, but they're getting wine from a state that isn't even one of the biggest producers of it. Very interesting. Also, the guy has given up on plowing and is now sprinkling salt. All right. Ask about Father's death.
A building? It collapsed on top of him? How? How did this happen?
It was a day like any other. Papa had gone for his habitual walk. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he'd take a stroll to get some space, as he put it. When he didn't come back for a long time, I got the bad feeling something had happened. Then...
We rode there together. An entire wall of a tenement had collapsed. There were 3 victims, including Stasio, who had the bad luck to simply be walking by. To see him there in that condition, it's beyond description.
Interesting. This is a video game, so it makes me think that, trickery is afoot. But, I don't know. I guess we can ask about the grimoire.
The grimoire. Could someone have taken it?
Perhaps. In all that confusion?
But why would anyone want Papa's grimoire? An ordinary person won't use it. Would the Thaumaturge just happen to be passing by?
Father had all his knowledge in there, but I don't know if it would be useful to someone other than him. I don't even know why he left it to me.
I'm sure Stasio had a reason.
Okay, find out where this happened.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
Welcome in, Drag. Thank you for shouting out, everybody. How are you doing today? Oh. Sorry, I'm just checking something real quick. Not allowed? Oh, it's completely allowed. We shout out the homies. Even he didn't deserve this. Emphasize that karma comes back. I mean, I'm sure they won't be happy about it, but I clearly hate my father. I really like that the game incentivizes you to pick the asshole answers by being like, we'll give you some special experience points. We'll power up your primary abilities if you choose to be an asshole. No, don't shout out me. Everyone's already here. Yeah, give me them asshole points.
He died as he lived, miserably. He couldn't have met a more fitting end after what he did to me. What he did to the Niedzic's family.
You've got to know that Papa felt guilty, even if he didn't say so outright. I'm not going to defend him, but I can't criticize him either. Even I don't
Should
know
follow
what
me
really
again?
happened back
You
then
can't
in
double
Scotland.
follow me.
An accident.
It's
is what
impossible.
happened, and father treated two kids like the worst disgraces in the world. As if it had been premeditated.
When a person dies so suddenly, their unfinished business remains. We'll never learn what Stasio carried in his heart.
What do you intend to do?
Look through father's things, admit the building's a good lead, ask about Ivan Konykhin, ask about Mordecai Kajat. I think we'll start by asking about Ivan.
Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konechkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Konechkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
We'll ask about Mordecai.
And Mordechai Chayat. Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at our, well, my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
So father was a thaumaturge, but also ran a store of some sort. Ligia is also now running. I'll look through father's things. There might be some clues in there.
Where are father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store? I should check there too.
I've started stock taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
As you wish.
Right, and then
I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could. This is a good lead, but is it the only one?
Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Night, Uncle.
Goodbye, Uncle. And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
Climp, clomp, climp, clomp. Alright. Oh, Ooper. Ooper, Ooper, Ooper. What is it, Ooper?
How do you find our old stomping ground? Yes, I'm not too fond of this place either. This is where I had my last conversation with my father, just before I left. If you can call it a conversation. Can you see my dreams? Nightmares, actually. Ever since I decided to come back, I keep reliving the same memory. The loan shark incident. I've been seeing his death more and more lately. I wonder if the shop is still there. Perhaps we should go there and check.
Ooper, you're such a great conversationalist. I love talking to you. Gained F Chopin, Nocturne, and B flat minor, op 9, number 1. Okay. Oh, sparkles. Suitcase. A leather suitcase bearing traces of many travels. Grains of desert sands from father's trip to Africa had settled on the suitcase. he would set it aside, spinning plans for future voyages into the unknown regions of the material world, searching for what was hidden behind the veil of reality. Ritual mask. Wooden mask representing a salutor known as Shorael. The demonic countenance is clothed in the hope that clung to it first, and the satisfaction that soon followed. It seemed that Father had plans for Shorael, which he eventually managed to fulfill. Book on ancient cultures. Books in hard leather bindings with many bookmarks. Father would pore over the yellowed pages again and again, reading it. Pore, P-O-R-E? Isn't it pour, P-O-U-R? Reading the same words over and over, trying to extract meaning from them. He repeated the words about dedication and the necessity of sacrifice like a mantra, slamming shut one volume and reaching for another. What does it all mean? Letter. The human heart is worth more than all the riches of the material world. Tonight, SR. Ask Ligia about SR. Letter addressed to Father and signed with the initials SR. The message only appears to be brief. In fact, the pen strokes were accompanied by an accelerated heartbeat, motivated by a restrained fondness for the addressee. The ink is dripping with special care and warmth that has seeped deep into the paper. Mysterious woman. Interesting. Dad was not having an affair, but seeing a second woman. Becoming too strong will give you a bad ending? Possibly. Sulski family portrait. Our family portrait. I can remember when it was taken. The year was 1884. Liggy and I were 9 years old at the time. She was clearly tense, and I remember how Mother admonished her to not to smile, not to fidget, and to stand straight. Liggy was to take cue from her. Mother was able to freeze like a statue and sit there barely breathing for a couple of hours. I, on the other hand, posing nonchalantly, was always more unrestrained than my sister. I could get away with more. Behind us, our father, the head of the family, one hand resting patronizingly on the back of the chaise lounge, asserting his ownership, the other holding a grimoire, the black grimoire. Behind Father, a shadow, as if a shape was emerging and forming, indicating another presence. That's Baal Berith. The family is complete. I like that artists can, psychically see these demons, even though they're not thaumaturges. The toilet. That will answer our issues. Pseudo-monarchia daemonum. False monarchy of the demons? Compared to Crowley's Ars Goetia, there are 3 fewer demons. No evidence that all demons are salutors. Bathim, false lead. Pucil, a false lead. Anton claims to have subjugated Orobas, mere boasting. Marco Asius, expected to take the form of a wolf with the wings of a griffin and the tail of a snake. According to Duplancy, he takes the form of a wild lioness. Interesting observation by Crowley. Demons are unexplored fragments of our minds. However, in appearance, it resembles an ox with wings. A lead for Sabnok, unknown. Alright, nothing else in the dressing room. Whoops. Alright, no hidden things in the bedroom. The Polish Gazette, evening edition. At obituaries. At the cemetery in Montmorency on Sunday, the body of the distinguished writer and citizen, the late Svervena Dunczynska, was laid to rest. A handful of compatriots escorted the coffin amidst the pouring rain. The funeral service was very modest. In accordance with the wishes of the deceased, the sums allocated for wreaths were deposited in the coffers of the Claudia Potokia Charitable Society. The late Antoni... That's too many consonants in a row. I don't know how to pronounce that. Piskisnyansky, retired age 91. The late Barbara Shiesknia, aged 45. The late Stanislaw Shulsky, entrepreneur, aged 63. Warsaw Funeral Company, M. Tieskia. A company arranged funerals, exhumations, and the transportation of corpses. A factory warehouse of metal and wooden coffins, mourning hats, creepy paper, and a vast selection of items used in the time of mourning. I know it's crepe paper, but I like what we do in the shadows when Nandor tells Guillermo to get more creepy paper. My letter from Paris, November 1896. Sister of mine, I feel so well rested to write something to you. The doctor also recommended I do so. I'm not alone in my anguish. I share a room with one Reeford Morton, excuse me, whose last name escapes me. They brought him from London, from Dr. Seward's clinic. A very interesting case. He spends his days hunting for moths, cockroaches, ladybugs, and beetles that come here sometimes. He eats them. He says it gives him strength to wait for the coming of the Lord, but I don't think he means the Savior. I cannot reconstruct all the details after the debacle with Paimon. My mind is still in tatters. Paimon visited me no more than a week ago. I know that's impossible. It probably happened only in my mind, but it was so clear. He, as the king of hell with his host of demons, with the shadow of his penitents, called for me to join them. So real. Stop here. I'm having a hard time gathering my thoughts. W. So this is while we were in Paris 5 years ago. To Lydia. Or Lygia. So this is Lygia's room. We were with an insane guy who was eating bugs, and we were also going insane and thinking we were seeing Paimon. Message from Mother. Dear child, stop. It is with great sorrow that I have received the news of Stanislaus' death. Stop. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend the funeral ceremony. Stop. My duties in Paris keep me from traveling to Warsaw at this time. Stop. I join you both in mourning and sorrow. Stop, Mama. My letter from Rome, July 1896. I'm going to guess that this is again from Victor. Creepy paper. God, what we do in the shadows is so good. Dear sister, I'm writing to you because sleep eludes me. As I wrote before, I have found a suitable candidate. However, I am still struggling to reach his flaw. I feel that Paimon is within reach. I even saw him. Vaguely, but I did. I'll stop here because my nerves prevent me from continuing. W. P.S. Yes, I will be careful. Don't think me a fool like father. Both the movie and the show. I need to see the movie still. Charred letter. My love for you is burning. It keeps me from eating, keeps me from sleeping, keeps me from living. Liggy, I'm begging you to end my agony. Agree to be my... Gross. Right. There's stairs here. Aha. Collection of books on the occult. The titles include Pseudo-Monarchia Daemon, Lemegeton, and Picatrix. The grimoires of historical occultists brim with paternal inquisitiveness. The worn pages full of annotations in the margins bear the marks of frequent reading. His heart beating with excitement, Father explored the mysteries of demonology, thus expanding his horizons. Father's search. Father's thoughts were recently occupied with a search for knowledge that bordered on the obsessive. This is related to something much more than his usual curiosity about the world, which I remembered him for. He was looking for something, hunting for salutors, exploring the mysteries of everything related to thaumaturgy. The only thing I still don't know is where it led him. Stanislaus' last will. This has already been read to us, so I'm not going to reread it. Alright, nothing in here. Everything related to thaumaturgy. Turkey. Alright, that's been 30 minutes of blob mode. Specs, unless you want to double redeem, it's time for me to return to skunk form. It's fine. Alright. We return to form of skunk. Small skunk again. I'm not small. I'm not small. Yes, I know how to use my model. I really wish it would stop popping up with this every time. There we go. Boop. Alright. This goddamn fuck. Alright. We're having fun today. Let's see, what? Transformation complete. Dang it, you meant thigh time? Well, you missed. This is what you're getting. I'd say you could do thigh time on this, but this skunk does not have a lower half to the body. Okay, get changed. Oh ho ho. If you want to change your clothes, use the wardrobe. You can expand your clothes collection by visiting a tailor. Yeah, we don't have any other clothes at the moment. Serious photo. Straight backs, stern expressions, noses in the air. Two boys that are just trying to meet everyone's expectations. Something went wrong here. Alright, this is my room. Jeez, I have so much XP. Alright. Bloody Rejuvenation. Restores 4 health points for every enemy in the suffering state. Each subsequent action will restore less HP. Dimension Force Deed. This upgrade adds a point to the Dimension Deed. Or we could do Action Reaction. Adrenaline Rush. Increases inflicted damage by 50%. And increase the Force of Heart. I think we'll leave our last 2 points for now. You can always spend them later. Alright. I think Action Reaction is just a better version of Quick Attack. Do I really need something that makes me deal maximum damage? I don't really have a wide spread of damage values. Put this on there. Bust of Siren. Sharp avian features bear a wild, disturbing kind of beauty. They make you want to fall into her clutches and be lulled into an eternal dream by her sweet song. Yet her cryptic slight smile makes a subconscious primal part of your being cower away from the predator. But isn't a soul the only fair price for the bliss of giving yourself up to that enchanting creature? Sir, it is a statue. Alright, downstairs we go. Ring, 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 ring. Hello?
Hello?
Moshi Moshi.
I talk here? Do you hear me now? Victor? Victor, are you there?
Hi, Rasputin.
Grigori? Yes.
Victor, where are you?
On the other end of the line, at home, where the telephone rang.
Incredible.
Hi, babe.
What?
I'm talking to Rasputin on the phone.
Oh, I see. Are you having fun?
Yes, Rasputin is new to telephones.
I understand.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm, just on my break.
On your break, have a good break.
Thank you. I will try.
Alright. We'll ask why Rasputin's calling.
Has something happened?
To me? No. I am telecommunicating with you to say I found lodgings here in Warsaw. If you need me, I'm by the cemetery. What number is it? Yes. 7 Powązkowska Street. Number 7 by cemetery. Powązkowska.
I'm glad. It's good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear you as well. Goodbye. I want to end now. What do I... like this? Wonderful device. Remarkable. Hello? Oh, and now?
I love Rasputin being enamored by a telephone. Fantastic. Alright. Snapping around the house. What do we got here? Drink hot chocolate. Yes! Do you know the secret to time travel? It requires but one sip of cocoa. All of a sudden, Liggy is reading a book in front of the fireplace, and I'm stacking building blocks. My parents are arguing in the smoking room. It's a warm day, and then everything goes to hell. Cocoa. CAC brand cocoa. Interesting. Alright, so these little stars let us see into our past, and we get a little sketch out of it. We'll talk to Grasny in a second. Have some liqueur. Why not? We had some delicious cocoa. Let's have some delicious liqueur. Liqueur is not alcohol. It is more of a tincture, in fact. Yes, a medicine. And since life is the most common fatal disease, well, to our health, then. Nice. Hey, Grasnya.
Master Victor, let me guess. Have you come for some hot cocoa?
Yes.
Yes, a cup of cocoa would do me good.
Help yourself. The pot is in the salon, along with some of your favorite cookies.
Cookies.
It's been an age since we've seen one another. I'm glad you're back. Mistress Ligia is really struggling with everything.
Ask about Ligia.
Ligia won't open up to me, but how is she doing?
She's having a rough time, the poor dear. Her heart is heavy, though she doesn't show it. But she's strong. She keeps her chin up and doesn't give in. And it's good she's got you to help now, Master. Only she started smoking like a chimney. She takes after her father, no question about it.
Ask about father's death.
And so, the great Stanisław Szulski is dead, crashed by a building. Can't say I'd wish a death like that on anybody.
An awful death, sheer cruelty. Mr. Szulski didn't deserve it. Now all we can do is think back on what a wonderful man he was.
That won't take long.
Get Grasnia to talk about Stanisław's death.
So, this death, what do you make of it, Grażynka?
I'll tell you in confidence, Master Szulski. Now, I'm a simple woman, but something about your father's death doesn't sit right with me.
How do you mean, Grażynka?
Don't you suspect some impure powers?
I wonder why we add a K to her name.
You mean it could have something to do with thaumaturgy?
That I don't know. Look at us jabbering while there are potatoes not peeled. Forgive me, Master.
No.
Another time, Grażynka. I'll get out of your way.
Always ample work, but I can always snatch a moment for a chit-chat with you, Master.
Thank you, Grażynka. Alright. The star is still on here. Oh, it's still where the cocoa was as well, so I guess they just stay there? Okay. Hey, Ligia.
Have you found anything yet about the grimoire? Is there any way I can help?
Note her unusual attire. I was about to say, she looks pretty hot.
The trousers are An original style. Until now, I'd only seen women in trousers in the East.
First of all, they're practical. It's the 20th century. It's high time we started dressing comfortably.
I admit she's brave.
You've always been brave, never afraid of anything or anybody. Like when Mother almost had a fit because you dumped my best tie in hot cocoa.
I didn't care that she was angry. I wanted to get you back for not wanting to play with me.
Because you were being too annoying.
You meant to say brave. By the way, Grażyna still makes cocoa every evening. You can conjure up the flavor of childhood if you want. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I want to talk about how it's a shame you're my sister because you're really hot. Sure, we'll ask her about the company.
What's next for you? You're in charge here now. Have you got some kind of grand scheme?
A grand scheme? Well, for now, I'm just trying to keep my head above water. Certain customers are unconvinced that a woman can handle running a business. What's worse, a woman without powers. You know what I mean. A thaumaturge at my side would shut them all up. After all, it's your heritage too.
Wiggle out of it, refuse, assure that she can count on you. I mean, like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life at this point, so I can say that will help her out.
I don't know anything about running a company, but if I can help in any way, you can count on me.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. I trust the smoke doesn't bother you.
Comment on her smoking? I mean, it doesn't say whether I'm commenting affirmatively or negatively.
You used to detest the smell of tobacco. You'd hold your breath going into Father's study.
That's true, but when I'd stay here, alone with Papa, and somehow over the years I got used to it. I don't know when I started copying him even.
Daddy's girl. You were always closer to him.
That's not true. I was just less rebellious than you, his thaumaturge son. Now come on, what else is on your mind?
Alright.
In Father's study, I found a trace of a woman that I couldn't identify.
Probably Svetlana Rumiantseva.
Svetlana Rumiantseva. The only thing that's rough for that I don't want to say that I don't like about this game, but that makes this game a difficult experience is that everything is in Polish. And that is a very difficult language for English. There's just so many consonants. Ask about her.
Who is she? And what does Father have to do with her?
Svetlana is a Russian aristocrat who travels with the Romanovs' court. I can only tell you she was a customer of Father's.
A customer? If you don't want to say, then don't. Where can I find her?
When she's in town, she's...
Oh, Daddy was a whore.
Hotel.
She might know something that will help me find the grimoire.
Not so fast. To get in, you're going to need me and my connections. Svetlana is famous for her soirees where she hosts the crème de la crème of Warsaw.
I like that soirees is in italics, like, ooh, look, I'm saying a word in French. But crème de la crème is not in italics. So, presumably that means that in the original Polish translation, they did use the word soirees, but they didn't use the word crème de la crème. I know what a soirée is. I'll let her speak.
We could go together. How about you track down some evening clothes and I'll sort out the invitation. And I won't take no for an answer.
Sadly, you never give me a chance. Unfortunately, everything in my wardrobe is antediluvian. I need a tailor.
There's a shop at 11 Pruzhna Street that's fairly decent and quick. We also have barbers in Warsaw in case you want to do something about whatever you have growing on your head and face.
I mean, I really like the scruffy look, but maybe we'll see what we can do. Reptilian Bash. and I can talk to her again, but I imagine it's just gonna be...
Yes?
Yes?
I'll get going.
Might be that the original audio has a different emotional undertone, like sarcasm. Yeah. Alright, let's go through this door. Through the garden, I see. Got anything out here in the garden? Oh.
Are you lost?
Fuck.
I'll try to be a hero, and it'll be alright.
You're outnumbered.
Nope. They don't have the edge. I've got demon ghosts.
Quantity doesn't always translate to quality.
Call the rest. We got one with a death wish.
Really good at making excuses for others. Do we want to improve Thaumaturge? Nah, let's start the fight. Alright, these guys have a lot of focus. Thaumaturge from the Dimension of Heart, who can easily disable an indicated enemy's trait. Alright, it suggests that we keep him. Ah, they've got a trait that's I need to hit them with. Hit him with Bloody Penance. And then... this guy's only got 5 focus. I could try to reduce him down. Yeah, we'll dot this guy and also make a magic shield. Alright, and then we'll give him a quick punch. There you go, traits disabled. There we go. Ah, it only converts part of the damage, okay. Oh, I see. I need to use the earlier moves to use the later, stronger moves. Okay, cool. Alright. That combo should kill this guy. So I can move back over to this guy. Punch him. Alright, he's down. He's got 1 HP left, but he's about to go down. I'll just hit him with a quick punch. Oh my gosh. What a look. He's wearing a fake beard. I don't know if you guys could see that on the brief moment he was bigger on the screen. He's got blonde hair, but he's wearing a fake black beard. Alright. The resistance with deed and focus. Okay. So we need to swap to Bukovac. Causes suffering on the enemy if the enemy's HP is at or less than 50%. The skill additionally casts the state on a random enemy. Inflicts damage equal to 8 for each enemy affected with suffering. Inflicts damage. The lower the enemy's health points, the faster the skill speed. Ah, I see. Alright, I don't know if that breaks his thing or not. We'll go ahead and howl at him, and then I'll beat up Mr. Imposter. Oh, I am bleeding. That's not good. Oh, you don't have hardly any focus. So let's break your focus. No? Oh, I need to hit him with high word level, which I don't actually have. Alright, you. Doom. Ah, hell yeah. Get him, Bukovac. Ah, man, these knives. Alright. You're gonna die soon. I can't break your focus for some reason. Yeah, doom this motherfucker. Crunch.
Get off my lawn.
Oh, we're just gonna let them go? I'm pretty sure I murdered them with demons.
Victor? I heard a noise. Are you alright?
I'm fine. We've had a few unwelcome visitors.
Burglars? What's wrong with this town? I'll call Uncle.
Probably a demon. Probably all of the
That's
issues
not
are
right.
demon related.
I don't think they'll try to rob anyone anytime soon.
Hooray! I like that that's totally missable if you just choose not to come out to the garden. Alright, back inside. And then out to the street. Nothing out here in the front. Alright. Oh, there's a star over there. How do I... Ah, over here. What we got here? Interesting. I don't know what that is, but okay. Map. We got more points of interest around. A place of respite. Tram stop. Several points of interest. Tailor Atelier is off to the left there. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Alright. Hello, sir. I would like to buy one clothing, please. Ooh. Memory. Coffee cups. Dirty coffee cups. In the dregs, I can still feel the stress that urges the tailor to make more coffee and drink it hastily. Coffee is better than sleep. To sleep is to waste precious time that we could be used for more alterations. Imploring note. The note is written by the tailor's impatient customer, urging him to promptly complete the order. Otherwise, they threaten to revoke their advance and ruin the tailor's reputation. Scribbled patterns, incomplete tailoring designs. There is a staggering anger radiating from the patterns. Desperate hands trying to sketch something valid, interesting, and original. To no avail. All that's left is chaos and impatience. Tailor mannequin. This is where the tailor's ideas come to fruition. There are individual threads of focus left on the mannequin being ripped apart by customers' visits. All the ideas that aren't good enough are rejected. Nothing but more alterations. Poor Rarity. The tailor struggles. The tailor has A steady hand for sewing, but his head reverberates with a lack of ideas. He needs inspiration, as frustration and impatience won't breed any good ideas. The way things are going, he won't finish the job or find creative peace. Hello, Mr. Taylor. Might I be able to give you an idea?
Damn it. I forgot to turn the key. Sorry, what?
You tell me. What is it?
Say I need some evening wear. Eludes me. Mention his lack of inspiration.
I couldn't help noticing you're struggling for inspiration.
You've got a keen eye. The book makes it easier? I have to guess what everyone has in their mind.
Is there any way I can help?
I want to know what people look for in fashion these days. Back in the day, all you needed was 2 pant legs and a space for your Johnson. I don't know what else there is to it. If you tell me that, I'll be grateful. I'll sew you anything you want in return.
Let me sharpen my senses.
Penis space, very important.
I need some evening wear, quick.
Good proportions.
Thank you.
Alterations won't take long. Your name and address, sir?
Viktor Shulsky, 9 Green Square.
I'll send a messenger when I'm done. And Mr. Shulsky, if you'll allow me a moment of candor, as it often seems no one dares to address you with it.
Sorry, what?
Go and find yourself a barber in Pavonsky. You look like a troglodyte. Now, I'd like to go to my business.
I won't bother you.
Very rude.
All right.
Everyone hates my beard and my haircut. Very, very rude. Okay, that's just like a unique symbol for him. So I have a side quest to learn what is fashionable in 1905 Poland. Okay. No, I didn't see something. Hey, buddies. I also like that I think the burglar fight was just there because they were like, you guys, you've done a lot of role playing. You wanna do a fight, right? Circus Cinicelli, 1 Ordniaka Street, at the corner of 2 Okolnik. Entry ticket for the show on September at 4 p.m. 30 kopecks. Alright. So these points of interest are just like pictures, I imagine. But they give us a little bit of experience, so why not? I'm amused by the fog that acts as a barrier to keep us in the city. Alright, we got a locked door there. Map. I don't know what a place of respite is for. Okay. So I think the only other things around here right now clickety, click, click, clickety, click, click. Oh, what we got? Bigot's Diary. Warsaw's sinking further and further into the depths of moral decay with every passing year. Streets that were once inhabited by modest and pious families are now turning into a hotbed of the worst individuals. For example, my neighbor, dear Mrs. S., told me about a woman who rents an apartment in a tenement house on 7 Erwanska Street. She's an opera artist who is visited by many rich men. She has an abundance of gowns and lavish furnishings in her apartment. Recently, one of her many patrons took her on a foreign trip to Japan. Her ilk ought to be ashamed to show their faces in public. Damn weeaboos! Handwritten page with a worn edge. It looks like it fell out due to repeated violent turning. The content suggests that an opera artist who's famous for love of foreign travel resides at 7 Erlansky Street. Alright, there's a tram up here we can use to get around. I like that we can travel both by tram and by carriage. Public transit. Wait. Interesting. So I imagine at some point we'll have a thing where we're like, these are tasks you can do during the daytime, and these are tasks you can do during the nighttime, and you need to wait on benches to adjust the clock to the right time. Picture of a graveyard. And get all these points of interest. Advertisement poster. The Pathé new phonograph reproduces singing, music, and declamation most cleanly, clearly, and subtly than the most expensive gramophones. Does not hum, and the needle will last many years without having to be replaced. For 32 rubles. Extremely popular among music lovers. If stock runs out, we will accept reservations for the next shipment. Songs from operas and operettas, church songs, declamations, waltzes, polkas, and marches. Main storage of the Pathé new phonographs, Adam Klimikovic, Warsaw, Forlands. No. Haha. Partly damaged brochure. Lady Dragonfly, come and you'll experience true sensual delight in an exotic ritual. Some of the words are blurred. Interdesting. Printout advertising the services of a courtesan. Most of the text is blurred due to moisture and mud. Have some cognac? Why not? Why shouldn't I have some delicious cognac? My aura? Yeah, my little snappy aura. I feel the ratio of liquid joy to throat-pinching euphoria grow with each passing moment. I've never actually had a cognac. I don't know what cognac tastes like. What's in cognac? Cognac is brandy. Okay. I have had brandy. Warm cognac is fantastic. Do you recommend? I've got people to drink with, so maybe at some point I'll see if I can get some cognac and try it out. It was the drink of choice of the, I believe, Sergeant from Allo Allo, which is a show that I adored. I don't know how many people have watched it, but it was on PBS, and I watched it as a teenager and had a great time with it. Alright. Basically a distilled wine on the sweet side, but not cloyingly so. Fantastic. I do like some sweetness to my liquor. Alright, we'll just go to the carriage. I mean, at my heart, I'm a vodka girl. Vodka is my drink of choice. Moselle was very kind and got me a bottle of Tito's. Which the past 2 times she's been over, I haven't had any to drink because I've been either sick or not feeling well. But sometime soon for sure, I'll have some more of it with some cranberry juice, some Ocean Spray brand cranberry juice. I can have all of your vodka? Please, Specs, please send it to me. Not a vodka fan? Northern Stromskitty, the Taylor's here. Powalski Cemetery is where the barber is at. Okay, that's also where Rasputin is. Vodka's too clean for you? You like the brown stuff? Ah, I see. Whiskey and whatnot. I like my liquor clear and strong and not tequila. Any strong, clear drink is good for me, except tequila. And I guess gin. I don't like gin either. But I can at least be like, I can see the appeal of gin if it's your sort of thing. I suck to pickpocketing at the boneyard. I cannot stand tequila. It makes me feel sick to drink. You like añejo tequila, but otherwise you agree with me? Gin's just flavored vodka? Yeah, it's just a flavor I'm not particularly fond of. No wishing lamps for Miv? What? Józefa Nawinska Funeral Parlor in Warsaw, 16 Targowa Street, offers first-rate decorations and equipment. It arranges funerals ranging from the humble to the most extravagant, very low prices. No gin? Ah, I got it. I get the joke. Brochure, the Grand Derby on Pol Mokotowski, October 5th, starts at 2. Okay. Place to wait. I'd say after vodka, my favorite drink is probably amaretto. Forget the name, but one of the brands had a raspberry amaretto. Holy shit, that stuff was good. Didn't need a mixer. Just nice, great flavor for taking drinks. New foreman won't stand for sloppy work. Aha! Admire the view of this puddle. Cool. I guess they just want to have like options for you to like get a better angle on the things. Is there anything else here? Place of respite. Okay, let's head back out. Skunk friend, hello Haley, how are you? Welcome in. Emmy likes alcoholic Kool-Aid. She likes those various like hard fruit juices and hard lemonades and that kind of stuff. Although I think on the whole she's more of a weed girl. Alright, over there's Pavascal 7. Here's the barber. There was something that we were supposed to do at Pavaskalska 7, but I don't remember what. And the thing next to the barber is closed. What are you staring at? Alright, well, let's check out the barber. You saw 4 deer outside last night? Ah, yeah. Hell yeah. Alright. What's up, Mr. Barber Man?
Come in.
Are you the kind of barber that can make my hair grow longer?
Set my hair to rights.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Classic disarray. An echo of the past. Vistula Fair. Ugh. Proper Warsaw lad. Styles become increasingly popular due to America. Fancy comb over. Gravedigger's dream. Graveyard chic. You know what? Fuck yeah. I like the classic disarray. Globetrotter. Cossack's mustache. Abraham Lincoln. Van Dyke beard. Elyak charm. Pavaski cabbie. Okay, the only thing that I could potentially see being good is the Van Dyke beard. But I kind of just, I like the initial haircut.
I'm sorry. I don't usually talk to clients. Do you like it?
Why don't you talk much?
I can't help noticing that you're the most tight-lipped barber I've
They
been
stared
to.
at you when you looked at them?
And
Excellent.
even you admit that you rarely talk to clients. Why is that?
When I prepared them for their final journey, it's hard to ask for their opinion.
Ah.
So you style the deceased too?
Mostly. They still need to look good. After all, you only get a funeral once in your lifetime. So, what do you think? Do you like it?
Yes, you're talented.
Years of practice. My clients are always satisfied.
Why does Maximum Skunk hair look fluffy and comfy to sleep in? Because it is. Thank you for the haircut. I'm going to just pretend that you trimmed my hair because I don't like any of the other haircuts. I like looking like a disheveled old wizard man. I don't want a fucking 1905 style weird ass mustache or fucking short hair. Men's tailor Rock Dobrodsky accepts all manner of tailoring work, offering the lowest possible prices. Expect thoroughness, tastefulness, and diligence from start to finish. 11 Prosnia Street. Don't make you call the guys? What, you gonna fight me? Oh, I've got... Oh, that's just a go back and continue the quest. If only I could read. Damn, imagine being able to read. Couldn't be me. Ha, what is over here? IV Magazine. Responses from the editorial staff. Mrs. Sokolnika, we have introduced an extensive article about Angora rabbits in issues 22 and 23 titled The Wool of Angora Rabbits. There we will find hints on raising the animals. Seeing as you're a resident of Poznan Duchy, you will likely find it easier to import rabbits from Germany. Information on whom to purchase them from will be provided to you by the editor of the magazine, Der Kanninchezukter, Dr. F. Pop, Leipzig, Kaiser Wilhelm Strasse 22. Mrs. H.W. The graying of the hair may be a consequence of some hidden disease of the body, and we recommend that you consult with a specialist, as an advice on this matter cannot be given by letter. W. Janisyek. The trendy dances, the two-step, the cakewalk, the Boston Waltz, which are gaining popularity among our upper classes, are taught in the evenings by Jan Wisowski, a well-known Warsaw ballet master. Unfortunately, as of November, he will no longer be offering this service, so if you wish to schedule a lesson, we recommend that you do not delay and contact him promptly. Magazine opened on a page with responses to readers' letters. Apparently, ballet master Jan Wisowski will stop giving dance lessons soon. Hey, buddy. Having a piss? I like that people don't like my haircut.
Do you call this a proper time for a visit? What's going on?
It is the middle of the night. We won't be proud this time.
My name is Viktor Szulski.
Sir and Madam are already in bed. Come back in the morning like someone respectable.
Fear not, I'm here for Rasputin.
I can sense he's in the drawing room.
She thinks he's stinky. Nope. Fake sparkles. Nothing in here.
Intriguing.
Aha. The Nardzinski's apartment, while not big, is impressive. It's well furnished and displays their wealth. A pile of invitations to tea parties and dinners from Warsaw's notable personalities. The most recent one is from Countess Lermontova. Nothing in here. Nothing in there. That's right. This is where Rasputin is. What we got? 365 dinner recipes for 5 PLN by Lucinia C. Alright, another recipe by Lucinia. Bread pudding. Slice your bread. Wholemeal is best. Thinly and dry it to brown. Then mash it into flour. Take 3 tablespoons of this bread flour, a glass of French wine, a cup of sugar, add 8 egg yolks into it, add some cloves, cinnamon, mashed vanilla. We're not going to do any measurements. Pour a tablespoon of clarified butter and the foam of said 8 egg whites. Mix together, pour into a saucepan, greased with butter, and sprinkle with breadcrumbs and put into the oven for a quarter of an hour. Serves 4 to 6 people. Yeah, that sounds like a bread pudding recipe. I can't argue with that. The old fart can't even hold his stool till he gets to the bucket. Oh. Medications. Various medications and tinctures in decorative bottles. Specifics prescribed by doctors and quacks. Okay, so what is it? Rasputin can't hold his shits, or maybe the people can't hold their shits. M. Mussorgsky Tuileries. What we got here? Perfume bottle. A bottle of expensive French perfume. Gifted to Rasputin by the Nadrinskys, most likely as a suggestion that he might try to conceal his intense odor for the benefit of everyone. The gift was accepted, set aside, and never used. Hell yeah, Rasputin. Fuck him up. Decorative fan. A decorative fan made out of marabou feathers. Aniela's quivering words still waft over the fan, untethered either to her husband or herself, complaining about her failing health and psyche. The small gusts of air didn't bring any relief. The Nadarinsky family. The Nadarinskys are well situated, quite prosperous. They live in a comfortable life and have friends in high places. No wonder Rasputin has chosen them. He seems to have won their favor by taking care of Aniela, who suffers from nervous disorder. Hey, Rasputin, what's up?
Is that him?
In the flesh. Allow me to introduce you. My dear hostess, Aniela Narycinska, and my dear friend, Viktor Shulsky.
Your father had a beautiful funeral.
Thank you.
My dear, we finished for today. Now I'll find out what brings Viktor to us. What brings you here?
But you were the one who phoned.
Very funny.
Have you known the Nadarinskys for long?
No, but Aniela and Lucian are my two good souls. They took me, an impoverished preacher, in under their roof, and I'll never forget that.
Are you helping them too?
I am a balm for Aniela's frazzled nerves. But enough of that.
Are you doing that with wizard magic or your penis? Ask what he told Daniela about me.
Why was she looking at me so oddly? What did you tell her about me?
She's never seen a thaumaturge before.
Oh, no, don't bonk me.
How we met. Can I help you at all?
You look like you've made yourself at home. Are you going to be staying on here for long?
No, I'm afraid not.
Yes, yeah,
They're
probably.
kind people, but I've experienced another vision. Though not fully terrifying, it is troubling.
Will you tell me about it?
Later. What brings you to me?
No, I won't bother you. We can talk next time.
I don't think I was supposed to come here yet.
The door is always open.
Stop asking me questions. Why are you here? I don't know. Bye. One sec. Got a bunch of loose hairs since I showered. They're just congregating around me. Alright, we've got the Black Grimoire. And we've got Balberith. Ooh. Balberith was father's salutor. Fucker's got a lantern. You know your girl loves a spooky lantern. God, I wish I had a spooky lantern. I had to give mine up when I moved. Oh, it's been plenty of time. So we're going to once again return to my true form. And Sharael. Sharael's probably who we're going to get next. Deceitful forest specter from Tartar legends. She leads people astray by taking various shapes. Also has a twisted sense of humor. Could it be that father was hunting the salutor? Paimon is the demon of word. Interesting. And then characters, we've got Petya Voronin, Graznia. And then we've got Svetlana Rumetskyetska and Lukian and Yaniel Nadrinsky. Man, I'm trying so hard to pronounce these names correctly. I feel bad if I'm getting them wrong. Well, I know I'm getting them wrong. Blackmail, actually, but don't talk about it. And then we've got some locations. All right. That's all cleared up. I've got 6 points to spend. I don't know if I should just keep spending points or if I should be saving them. I guess it wouldn't hurt to develop these. Now our deed and heart powers are stronger. Debilitating word. Obvious target. These both cost 2 as well. I think we'll hold on. Alright, I don't think there's anything else going on. So we're going to go ahead and leave. And this is my conclusion. Story, salutors, characters, sex, locations, factions. Journal, here we go. Quests. Find out more about father's dying moments. Taylor's dilemmas. Visit the old loan shark's place. Ah, I see. We picked up these pictures and they let us know that there are specific places around. The availability of this quest is limited. Ah. Does that mean I have a certain amount of time to complete it? Or does that mean that I can only do it at certain points in the game? I'm not sure exactly what that means. Well, let's take the carriage. We could visit Pavisil or Southern Shrubniewski, but I don't think it'd hurt. Let's go ahead and check out these other locations, and then we can continue the main quest by checking out the soiree. That's it, game. You can do it. Load, 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 load. There we go. Uh-huh. What we got? I see you, Sparkles. What we got? Police report. 9/3/1905. Skrodnieski District. Report. At 11 p.m. I started my rounds from Grzybowska Street. The gate at 10 Grzybowska was unlocked, and I informed the caretaker. At midnight, at the intersection of Karlevska and Merzelkowska Street, I saw a group of Romani who were fixing to pitch a tent near the square. I ordered them to leave. They headed in the direction of Pavisl. I continued my rounds without incident. Michael Gravosky. A document signed by a district officer. A Romani caravan recently passed through. I got sticky hands. Photograph. It depicts a young man posing in a studio. Words full of disbelief seeping into the surface of the paper when she saw him after he had gone to the barber. Is this really you? Without the beard, you look like a different person. Get a quick map. Locked. Moonshine bar. Locked. Place of respite. Locked. Locked. Brothel. Place of respite. Locked. 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 Okay. So it might be worth snapping our way around town. They've got electricity and water? Crazy. Whoop. Demon. Morana. Hello. Can I help you?
Morana. Hello. Let's see what brought you here.
Interdesting.
I felt something. Where is it?
Vision on the bank. On one of the riverbanks of Pavisel, I saw a ghastly woman in a soaked slip standing up to her ankles in water. I think she was higher than her ankles. Morana. The gaze of my goddess of death and new beginnings made my blood freeze. I want to know more about her. Morana. Morana or Merzana. For Slavs, she is the personification of both passing and rebirth, and Lady of New Beginnings. Interesting. Brochure. Brothers! Ah, this is the 11-hour workday thing. Already read that one. Got some late night fishing going on here. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. If you guys catch a scary bog lady, please let me know. If she's inside your brain, gimme. Snuffed candles. The incinerated wicks have been lit recently in someone's memory. Feelings carrying despondency and doubts about the sense of paying tribute to the dead float in the air with the threat of smoke. There's no mourning here, just resignation. Winter is coming. Ah, here we go. Easel. The unfinished painting seems to depict a body lying on a riverbank. Rust-colored splashes and sharp outlines convey the idea that determined every brushstroke. Human life is worth as much as the words of a poet written in sand. Kajitan. You are an actual person, so before I talk to you, I'm gonna go snapping. Don't worry. Play snappy. What the fuck? Oh, we're being brought into.
Step back. This is a crime scene. I can see that. Am I wrong? Or does the deceased have no eyes?
Yeah, no eyes, alright. And why would there be? He's the fisherman's sixth victim.
Oh, we got ourselves a serial
Hey,
killer.
Ruski, cut the chit-chat. And you 3 steps back. Go on.
The fisherman. Pavisel is haunted by the fisherman, a killer who abandons his victims on the riverbank, gutted like a fish. Ask details.
Is the fisherman some local criminal?
Get out of here while I'm still asking nicely.
Easy, I'm going now. I don't want to bother you.
Just what I need. A fucking throng of onlookers.
That didn't stay long enough, but it said something about the thread of the demon's influence or something like that. Let's talk to the artist, who I assume is drawing the scene.
Move a little to the left, will you? You are blocking my view.
What are you doing here? Drawing an illustration for a newspaper?
For myself, as a local artist. I'm Kajetan.
Wow.
You specialize in still lives?
Yes.
Victor.
You might say that. Here in Povishle, nothing interesting's ever happened. But there you go. Murders with an artistic twist. Very inspiring material.
The corpse painter, a nice but slightly odd person, he seems completely indifferent to things that preoccupy ordinary people. The only thing that excites him is painting murder victims.
Povishla doesn't seem like a pleasant place to live.
Is life itself pleasant? I don't think so. Even those mutilated bodies, they have no eyes. As if the murderer tried to say there's nothing to see here.
So you're saying that nothing matters?
Exactly. Once, misfortune brought me to this river. I wanted to end my life. But the river wouldn't have me and threw me back on the bank. I decided to stay around.
Interesting. Kayetan told me quite bluntly that he tried to take his own life by plunging into the river, but it wouldn't have him. How's the painting going?
What exactly do you paint?
Dead bodies.
Someone might say the dead deserve respect.
I'm saying that both life and death are meaningless. You are blocking my view.
Sorry, Kayetan. Well, have a nice day. Interesting. Can I say anything else to him?
What now? Fuck, Rogulski. Do I need to take care of everything? Watch the distance. Stand back. Stand back! No trespassing on the crime scene.
Okay. He just waves me off. Interesting. White loser, toss us a ciggy. Alright, so I can't do anything right now, but that's probably why the murder ghost is here. That's the whole shore, so unless there's something on the other dock, I don't think we're going to make any progress with that right now. But it is a thing to keep in mind. Maybe the limited availability they talk about on the quest is because maybe there's like a time skip at some point. Can't go to the docks. It's locked. Aha! What we got? Brochure. Madame Lulu, a tarot master of global renown, receives customers at midnight at the inn under the Pheasant, located at 8 Brauwarna Street. That sounds like a good time. What we got? Advertisement. Yeah, that's them again. The funeral home. I imagine at some point we'll pester the funeral home people to see if any of them nicked the grimoire off Dad's body as they were like preparing it. Let's see. Ooh, what do we got? There we go. Brooch. A lost brooch with a green eye. She fell to the ground again, and the brooch fell from her collar. They say it's her favorite dress, dyed with the Schneel's green. That's bad for her. Maybe they're right, but she's already 60 years old. She doesn't have much left, and after all, you'll have to die of something. The brothel. Letter. August 23rd, 1905. Dear Ignacy, I am tremendously grateful for the favor. Without your help, poor Antos would have been lost. You may ask what prompted him to take such a desperate step. Well, it started with a night of heavy drinking and a visit to a tarot reader, all at the behest of that old madman Casimir's. It's unheard of. Madame Lulu looked into the cards, predicted an imminent trip for Casimir's, and a few days later he received a call to join his father, who had urgent need of him in London. For Antos, Madame Lulu's prediction was that if he put all his eggs in one basket, he would lose his family fortune. The wretched boy panicked, convinced that Madame had made another correct prediction. by the way, I heard that the tarot reader will soon come to Warsaw and will be staying there for a month. You have the opportunity to test her effectiveness yourself. I wish you continued good health and hope to see you again, Jean.
Nothing can be kept secret from me.
Pages written on expensive paper, hidden and torn envelope. The letter's contents suggest that the tarot reader, Madame Lulu, accurately predicts the future. Night of Divination. At midnight, you can visit the famous tarot reader, Madame Lulu, at 8 Browarna Street. She just arrived at Warsaw, and rumor has her divinations come true. So yeah, we'll definitely want to check on her. We might check out the brothel, but not right now. Not sure where 8 Browarna Street is. Clickety, 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 click. Watchman's Report. Police Station of Warsaw, Śródmieście. September 3rd, 1905. Report. I am reporting on the suspicious behavior of 2 brothers living at number 2. The Sochalski brothers, Vaclav and Roch, often return home long after the gates have been closed by jumping over the wall. They come back at different times, so before I can catch them in the act, they're already in their apartment and claim to have been asleep the whole time. While Vaclav smiles mockingly and winks at me with those red eyes of his. Mariki Ansiak, watchman of the building at 4 Bednarska Street. Watchman's Report. Secret fighting ring. Ooh. A denunciation from the residents of a tenement house written on cheap paper. Apparently the Sochalski brothers often return to their apartments at night.
I haven't been here in a while. What do you want to tell me, friend?
Hi, Ooper. What's up, Ooper? Miv, why did I not block the snow from getting on you with my humongous tail? 'Cause you deserve to get snowed on, get wrecked. When an area is enveloped in red fog, it's a sign that Ooper wants to show you something. Go to where the fog is thinner, stay away from places where it gets thick, and remember that Ooper doesn't like to be ignored. If you go into the fog, the vision will disappear. Alright.
I'll be first. You'll see.
Slow down. You'll get your clothes all dirty.
Uh-huh. Nope, that's the wrong way. This way?
That kid. It's me. My mother thought I'd lost my mind. So did Liga, I guess. And that, as we know, didn't happen until much later. I didn't remember that Aboritsa was there too. He must have been. After all, he'd laughed at me later for wetting my pants.
I don't like your smile, Victor.
It was my birthday. Was it then that you chose me?
Just got a ping from your city's official Discord. The local water plant lost power, so you have a boil water advisory. Oof. That is rough. Hopefully it gets fixed soon and you take care of it. Miv hates you? Aw, I don't hate you. I just think you deserve to be covered in snow. So, he mentioned the other kid. I think that's the criminal that we've seen things for. Can I change my active quest? I don't know. Clickety, click, click, click. Aha, what we got? Pharmacy gauze package. Hygroscopic gauze sterilized. I'm gonna pick that up. Up. Discarded dressing container empty. Adrenaline pulses through his veins, drowning out the concerns about his brother. Blood mixes with the dust on his skin and clots at the touch of ice. Firm pressure on the wound is like a reassurance that he's right there. When they are together, no one can beat them. Today, they will claim another victory and reap rewards. I think that's the Fight Club brothers again. What we got here? Pawn shop. Buy, sell, exchange. Pawn loans. Pledge anything. Open dawn to dusk. Alright. Where are we? The madame looked at the cards and her eyes widened in astonishment. Your fate is still uncertain. It's ruled by forces that are beyond our ken. The ending to your story has not been decided, she whispered, trembling. Nothing new there. Whoa. It's daytime now. I did not expect that to cause time to jump forward. I don't know. Find out what Upir wants. I want to check something real quick. Thaumaturge limited quests. What does that mean? Limited doesn't mean do them not or they're gone. It means they're only available at specific times of day. Other than that, from what I can tell, you should at least start the available side quests in Act 1, as you don't know if you can still do them in Act 2. Either way, some side quests span multiple acts, so it's best to get them at least started right away. That aside, the order you do quests can be quite important. For example, if you go to the soiree first, one of the possible routes to resolve the main plot will not be available to you, as you won't have the Mind Salutor yet. Interesting. But there are several ways to handle the situation. You cannot see everything in a single run. Majority, or if not all, of the time-limited quests from Acts 1 and 2 will fail if you progress to Act 3. Other than that, you can take as much time as you like before you complete them. Checking, just double checking another Steam comments real quick to, I don't want to accidentally miss anything, or as little as I can. Ow, no, don't bonk me. Intense concentration. I am trying to concentrate.
Good girl. Good girl. Who's a good girl? You are. Yes, you are.
Okay. It looks like there's not a lot of clear information. Thank you for shouting out Mischief. And Mischief, thank you for the bonk and the head pats and the care package. It looks like there's not a lot of clear information. It's possible that part of the issue is translation, but it seems like there's a few quests that specifically track the day-night cycle, but most quests, it's just you need to do them sometime within the act. It does also seem like, very notably, you want to do side quests to get your demons, because if you go to the main quests, then you will you won't have the the high enough thresholds to do some quests. It looks like a lot of people get confused and do them in the wrong order because the Reptilian Bash automatically replaces What We Leave Behind, but you should do What We Leave Behind first because it helps you get the Mind Demon. Alright, what's going on in here? Hello, pawn shop owner.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How can I help you, sir? Are you buying? Pledging? Art, cards, old farts, top coats, key, jewelry.
Something eludes you. Ask him if he remembers a certain loan shark from Pavils.
Do you remember Mieszko Setsemin? He was a loan shark around here.
And you're asking me because?
No reason.
Setsemin died a long time ago. They say someone attacked and shot him. Terrible tragedy. Terrible. Even talking about him might bring bad luck. And so, life goes on here in Powiśle.
Goodbye.
Alright. Well, that's that for now. Oop. Ah, the game saved. Aha! Brochure. Okay, it's the same brochure. Aha. A crumpled telegram in relation to the situation in Powiśle. In relation to the situation in Powiśle. Stop. I demand immediate progress. Stop. Otherwise, you can be demoted and dismissed from the case. Stop. Colonel Sergei Burdyatov. Bloodborne is now fully legal in PC. Crumpled message. An urgent notice. Lines in the crumpled paper reflect the scars on the cowering, nervous heart. Panic prompts one to take matters into their own hands. This small ball of paper weighs more than Sisyphus's boulder, and the world is closing in around Pelevin in a claustrophobic dance. Commissioner Pelevin. Alright, Pelevin was the guy on the docks, I think. He's freaking out. Oh!
Nice rocks. They smell like downtown.
What are you sniffing around here for, Outlander?
Get out of my way.
You'd better not get in my way when I'm working.
And what does a whelp like your double A?
Maybe he's the murderer. The young master was bored and came to Powiśle for a taste of gore.
He'll taste it all right.
His own.
Assholes. Are you being demon possessed? Alright. What do we got in terms of demon strength? Uper is still the strongest for this fight. Alright. Life resistance, deed resistance, restores 7 health every round, word resistance. Alright, well, we'll start on this man's. Bloody Penance. Puny Thrust inflicts damage and does bleeding. Can't see what he's about to do. Shallow Cut inflicts damage, casts bleeding. Alright, they're all going to do bleeding on me, but you're going to do slightly more damage. Although you've got resistance. I need to attack you with Bukovac. Maybe we'll just toss some suffering around. There we go, your trait's disabled. More suffering. Ow. Okay. You. Will hit. Hitting for 5. Unfortunately, it's not going to be lethal, but... maybe if we toss in action-reaction. Ow. Ow. Quit stabbing me. Alright, you. Lose focus. Brukovac, get out here. Nuke this guy with Doom. Alright, and then... we keep diversioning this guy. Chomp! Good boy, Brukovac. Ow. Alright. Bring Ooper back over here. Ooper. I need some heals. There we go. Broke his concentration. Big heals. Knocked him out. Wood? Oh. Sucks for them. Public announcement. Drinking spirits causes death. Vodka causes poverty. Prostitution spreads venereal diseases. Choose health. Use soap. Not entirely wrong. Okay, now that it's day, we've got some points of interest around town. What's going on over here? Listen to the balalaika. Battered and neglected instrument, but still able to produce a sweet melody. Neat. Locked. Brothel. Locked. Point of interest. What we got here? You ladies selling some stew, some pierogies. I immediately feel warmth spreading through my body. I want to take a nap and wake up to the view of freshly filled platter in front of me. Pierogi. We could check if the route to the dock is still locked or not. Oh, it's almost time. We got about 10 minutes left. Yeah, still can't go to the dock. People in the background just casually watching. People in a line for the outhouse. Nice. Ah, we got something around the corner here. Hello, sir. Buy a cigar? Don't mind if I do. Sometimes it's good to obscure your view with a cloud of smoke. There's nothing worth looking at here anyway. Nice. that's it for points of interest. We still haven't checked out the Moonshine Bar or the brothel. I'm going to see if this is still a crime scene over here. No, not a crime scene any longer. But also not anything to check over here. Hey, Calutan,
Is the
are you
rating
enjoying?
finished?
Nope. The police took the body before I could finish.
Interesting.
But I'm sure something new will appear soon.
What exactly do you paint?
Dead bodies.
Someone might say the dead deserve respect.
I'm saying that both life and death are meaningless.
Okay.
You are blocking.
Same thing you said before.
I'll go now.
Interesting. Okay. Let's see, we got a few minutes left. Let's head to the Moonshine Bar. And then next time we play, we can do some more wandering around town. What do we got here? Announcements. I fixed stockings. 64 Vispolna Street, apartment 26. What a deal. Oh. Announcement poster. Witness wanted. Anyone who provides information about the place and promoters of illegal fistfights in the city and assists in the capture of the brothers known as Soup and Wet-Eyed Vaclav will be paid a reward of 50 rubles. You can come forward at any Warsaw police station. Announcements with passages written in red font. The police are clearly desperate. They are looking for the promoters of illegal fights and the fighters who take part in them, especially the brothers known as Soup and Red-Eyed Vaclav. I keep wanting to say Warclaw because his name kind of looks like that, but that's not it. Hello.
You're not from around here, I can see.
Nope. I like your sweater.
Is this a bad time?
It is a bad place, fancy boy. It is for the locals.
I got it. I'll see myself out.
Alright, so that's a place I can go later. I think we're gonna save going to the brothel for later too. So I think what we'll do at this point is we will go ahead and travel to the other place that I haven't been to, which is Southern Stromstead. That way we'll be ready to investigate the place where Father was murdered. Well, where he died. Or he was possibly murdered next time. Load in. Come on. There we go. Now we've got a point of interest right here, why don't we? Yeah. Hello, all the people. We've got so many Thaumaturge points. Alright, save. Save here. No, new save. Save to. Where are we? Father's death. That's close enough. Father's death. Is there like extra spaces at the front? I don't know. Oh, it's because of all this extra dash. Father's dead. Save. Quit game. Yes. Alright. Thank you all for coming out. I hope you had a good time. This was a little slower than last time since we're past the tutorial and getting into the kind of nitty gritty of the game, but I think it was still interesting and enjoyable. I'm really interested to see where this goes. But for now, I'm gonna raid someone. Kilie's doing Onimusha 2. Slime's got a big collab. Jabbo is doing something. Do I know Jabbo? I must. I'm following them, but I don't remember them. I think it's because Skunk's joints aren't quite as well oiled. Wow. It doesn't help the sink is still there. Wow, I don't stink. I don't stink. Alright, let's raid Kilie, I think. Oh, thank you for the care package, Mischief. Man, she just keeps changing her model. She's got glasses now. Alright, let's go raid Kilie. Oh, before we raid Kilie, as always, feel free to follow me on social medias, and please grab yourselves a raid message or make your own. Let's go say hi to the Shadow Dragon Princess. And I will see you guys tomorrow for more of the Thaumaturge. You guys take care. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.